What is going on, guys? We got a pretty interesting tweet today on a Sunday too, out of all days, where we're getting not only a tweet from Dice but actual information on upcoming content that actually contain a little teaser trailer. Something from my recollection isn't a big norm for Dice to do on a Sunday, but of course I'm not here complaining, as this tweet has to do with the big upcoming Firestorm update. We've discussed this several times on the channel, of the various fixes and new features coming, such as the big looting fix and matchmaking improvements. We also have the planned new respawn feature that unfortunately is being delayed now with the most recent news. But what isn't being delayed is the new dome structure that is going to show up in Firestorm when the next update rolls out. This is a term, from my knowledge, has only been found inside the new Easter egg room that opened up in the hangar that you spawn in when you're waiting pre-round to load into Firestorm. You can find this in the room that has all this writing on the wall, and there's a multi-story room the further you go down the hallway. And the writing on the wall that you see says "Build the Dome," which to me sounds pretty epic. And by the quick little teaser of what Dice tweeted, I think has definitely added to just the overall suspense to Firestorm. So when it comes to the tweet, it said, recently the excavation site in the southwest mountains, previously deemed to be insignificant, has been the scene of feverish activity. And then we see a quick clip of really a behemoth-like structure. This is actually pretty awesome to see something that has the size of this in Firestorm, that as is would definitely be a pretty cool location to run around in and loot for weapons and have battles against other enemy players. But given that this is all tied into a large epic Easter egg, I really think shows when Battlefield is at its best. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this was described around the southwest mountains. If you guys remember, with the most recent excavation site that showed up with the towers and the Blue Forest update, that was described around the southeast mountains. So I'm assuming this is going to be over the original excavation site in Firestorm, the one with the vehicle bunker down below and everything, which causes you to ask a lot of questions, like if that vehicle bunker is still going to be there or not. All questions like that, we'll have to wait and see. But what is pretty sure is, again, this is over the original excavation site, at least from my understanding, which, if that's the case, that is a pretty massive structure for it to be covering. What's unfortunate, but actually kind of interesting, is how dimly lit it seems to be inside the structure. We can't really see what's going on in there, mainly because it's a teaser trailer, but it seems like the main light is coming from the massive hole at the center of the dome. There is some artificial light coming from around the walls of the dome, but for the most part, it seems less and less the deeper you go down. You get a quick clip of the insides where you can make out the inner skeleton of the structure, and there appears to be a walkway of sorts and stuff that's at the very bottom that's just too hard for me to make out. So if you guys want to take a guess of what's sitting down there, do let me know. It's just good to see that this is appearing to be a bit more than just throwing a dome over the excavation site, and there appears to be more contents inside than you just walking into this dome that's just covering the original excavation site. So we'd go down and see all the same dirt and, you know, the different excavation equipment that's down there and the vehicle bunker. But it appears to be that there's more stuff down there, and it's all pretty much a completely new site. So it does make you wonder what happened to the vehicle bunker, but it also makes me want to go fly a helicopter down at the very opening of the dome and just, you know, fly down in there. It just makes you really want to have like some type of light on your helicopter so I can see where I'm going. I did try speculating before on the purpose of this dome, like why are we even seeing this? And from my like little understanding of archaeological digs, they do sometimes put domes over large digs if they're concerned that there's going to be some type of weather or some type of various, you know, object or something that could affect the excavation dig. So they want to protect it, and they'll put a dome-like structure on top of it. This seems to be overkill though, so I'm not sure if that has to do you know, with the classic archaeological way of preserving things. But hey, if they find something that they think is pretty epic, you know, this is always the conversation of things. How far will people go to preserving really crazy things like whatever they supposedly found here. So this is all pretty interesting stuff, but yeah, that's my kind of speculation on this, that they have built some type of dome-like structure to preserve something, and we have to kind of find out what they're preserving. But what is also pretty epic is the sound that's being made in the teaser. I'm not sure if that's just theatrics or this like pulsating metallic alarm like sound is something we'll be experiencing in Firestorm. I'm guessing it's just more for theatrics, but you can be sure any little noise down there will have me spooked, so you definitely can expect me to be trigger happy the first couple of times I'm down there looting and exploring. But like every little teaser, there's more questions than answers, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer to see what exactly is going on down there. But feel free to let me know what you guys think is going on in Firestorm in the comments down below. Again, this is when I think stuff like this is when Battlefield is at its best. But that is it for you guys today. Always appreciate you guys being here. I'm Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later.